Hey everybody, thanks for joining us here at T-Roy Cooks. I appreciate it. Today we're doing some St. Louis style ribs on my Weber Smokey Mountain for you. And we're going to be trying out a brand new sauce. One of my good friends, Matt, sent me from North Carolina. His parents make a homemade sauce. They started marketing it. He sent me some to try out, so thanks Matt, I appreciate it. It's called $10 barbecue sauce. Here's the regular, and they also make a hot and spicy. So we're going to check out the hot and spicy today on these St. Louis ribs. Should be pretty good. Let me show you what we're going to do to get these ribs tasting mighty fine. Y'all stick around. Alright everybody, sorry for the lighting. I didn't remove the membrane off of this. In fact, I didn't even remove this flap. I just left the flap on there because that's some good eating right there, man. You can use mustard or olive oil or some kind of oil on there, but I like to use Worcestershire sauce on mine. Just going to cook that up just a little bit. Rub down each side. And this just helps the rub adhere and stick to the meat. Now I've got two different, oh check this out. Ha, there you go. Where you at there, Big Meat Sunday? Ha, I'll tell you. My good friend, DW, for DW Southern Cooking. Y'all go check the boy out. He's up in Cincinnati, and he sent me some of his rub. This is his Pork Star barbecue rub. And I have had this before. In fact, this is my second bottle. This stuff is really, really nice. I'm going to go on with this one. And you want to kind of go kind of liberally with it. Rub it all in real good. Flip it over and do the other side. Same way. When we get that done, we'll meet you right back. Alright, we got the first rack done. Let's go ahead and start with the second rack. And the second rack is the one I'm going to use this hot $10 barbecue sauce on. I was just going to go salt and pepper with this for seasoning. Just try to keep it simple so I can actually taste the new sauce. I decided to go with this Jack Daniel's steak seasoning. It's got a little bit of onion and garlic and some other spices in there, a little bell pepper, along with salt, pepper. Kind of going liberally with that. Make sure it gets all covered on the meat there. Give it a flip. Oh, and before I do this, y'all look. Y'all see all that marbling that's in this? That's what you're looking for when you go and buy a rack of ribs like this. Get the ones that have a lot of fat marbling in it, man. That's where you get that juice. That's why the ones that I cook are usually really, really juicy. That adds flavor, man. All right, just gonna coat the other side real quick here. Pat it in there real quick. And we're going to let these sit until I get my Weber Smokey Mountain up to temp. We're going to be trying to cook about 250 to 275 today. So we'll be back. Alright, so my Weber Smokey Mountain's fixing to be up to temp shortly, and I've got that rub on those ribs, kind of absorbing into the meat and seasoning them up a little bit, letting them come up to air temperature. So while we're waiting on that, I just wanted to give a big shout out, a huge shout out to one of the ladies that helped me learn how to cook in the kitchen. My precious grandmother, Mama Jean. It's August the 2nd today, and it is her 91st birthday. Mama Jean, from Karen and I, happy birthday. Hope you have a wonderful day, and I wish you were here. I'd cook you something. Sorry I can't be with you today, but just know that you're in our hearts, in our prayers, and in our thoughts. We love you. You keep trucking, Mama Jean. Hope to see you soon. Alright, so I'm fixing to throw in some of this mesquite wood, and I've just got some chunks here. Love the way that stainless steel door comes off. And I'm still getting questions about that stainless steel door. It actually retains heat a lot better than the regular aluminum door, making it even more fuel efficient. I'm going on with about 2 fist-sized chunks and a little bit smaller one. So 2.5 you can say. Just throw them on in there. Let them get going real good. Alright, I need to clean my grate, which I'll do here in a second. So I'll get warmed up, and then I'll scrape it with a barbecue brush, get it cleaned up before we throw these ribs on. We'll be right back. I think I mentioned earlier, I'm using the minion method for my coal setup on this, and I do have water in the water pan. I like cooking with water in the water pan, but if you're not familiar with how I set up my Weber Smokey Mountain to do a cook like this, y'all check out that video that's going to be up here in the corner. It explains how to set the vents and maintain your temps and all that, and how to set up the coal, arrange the coals for a minion method. Really informative video. Anyway, we're ready for these ribs to be put on here. Now I've got this cool little table here Karen found for me. It really comes in handy. Alright, we're going to go with these up in the front so that we can see them. Y'all check out the color of these ribs with that DW's rub on there. Those are gorgeous. I'll put the lid on this, and my top vent is wide open. And I've got two of the vents shut down, well, one vent shut down all the way, one vent halfway open, and the other one maybe a quarter of the way open. Again, we're going to try to maintain about 250 to 275. We'll see y'all here in a little bit. Check on these ribs. We're back. It's been 3 hours. Let's check on these ribs, see what they're looking like. As you can see, we're holding about 275 right there. Most of the time it's been about 260 actually, but it's risen up a little bit. And that'll happen. I'll talk about it on one of my future Chat with Troy videos on Thursdays, so y'all stay tuned for that. Let me show you what we got here. Ribs are looking good. I haven't done anything to them since I put them on. So again, this is 3 hours in. Got my little baster, my little spritzer right here. I've got some apple juice, pineapple juice, and a little bit of cola in here. I'm just going to spray them down. Try to keep them moist a little bit. That's all we're going to do. We'll check on them here again, probably about another half hour. Till then, we'll be back. Man, that time flew by. That's already 4 hours in. That half hour just flew right on by. Y'all know I like to put me a little bit of margarine out of the blue bottle here on Karen's rack over here. That's how I like to do that. And then we're going to bust out some of this $10 barbecue sauce. We're going to start basting. I'll show you here in just a second why. Alright, let's try to get some butter off of there. Alright, now, this is what we're trying out today. $10 barbecue sauce, and again, I'm trying the hot. You see here it's got some apple cider vinegar, tomato concentrate, sugar, salt, onion powder, some habanero mash, some spices, and natural flavors. This is their website right here, timbucks.com, tim-bucks.com. If you need to order some, check them out. $10 barbecue sauce. Give it a good shake. This is a North Carolina type sauce, so it's vinegary and it's tomatoey, so it's kind of thin. And that's why I'm gonna go ahead and start putting it on here right now. Let me show you. See how thin that is? Well, I'll tell you what, it sure looks gorgeous though. See those pepper flakes in there? Hopefully y'all can see that. See if I can get some sun on it. See, it's got little white pepper flakes in there from the habanero, I'm guessing, and little habanero flakes. And you can see you can see the ingredients in it already. This is fabulous looking stuff. Let's go ahead and put some on this rack of ribs. Oh yeah, baby. And since this is so thin, I'm going to be basting it probably every 20 to 30 minutes. And again, we're at 4 hours now. I believe that's where we're at. 4 hours in. And I'm expecting these ribs, these St. Louis ribs usually take about 6 hours to cook. So this is 2 hours from being at the end. I'm going to start basting this baby. Coat it up real nice. Put the lid back on. And we're going to rock and roll for another half hour and we'll check it back then. Alright, we're 4.5 hours in. I'm going to spritz both of these one more time. Tell you what, the color is looking tremendous. Loving the color of it. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to put on some of my, this is the Texas Rib Candy, Mango Habanero. It's my favorite again. And once again, TexasPepperJelly.com if you want to order this. This excellent stuff. I'm actually going to put this on both sets of ribs. This adds just a little bit of heat. And it is some good stuff. Really nice. I love this stuff. Gives it a nice sheen, and it also adds a little heat in the background when you're biting into your rib. Excellent. So we'll check back here in another half hour and we'll see how we're doing. Alright everybody, it's been another 30 minutes. These are some gorgeous looking ribs. I'm going to hit them one more time with a little bit of this spritz. Put a little bit of this Timbuk barbecue sauce on. And here on out, this I think it's like 5 hours in now. I'm going to start basting this rack with this Timbuk's barbecue sauce about every maybe 15-20 minutes, just because it's so thin. Well, that looks absolutely gorgeous. Alright, now for Karen's rack, let me show you what we're going to do with Karen's rack over here. My buddy Manuel from the Dallas area, he makes his own barbecue sauce. You know you want it. And this is the spicy version. Give her a good shake. This is pretty thin too. And this is some excellent sauce. So I thought it'd be a nice comparison between the thin sauce from my buddy Matt, $10, and Manuel. So I'm gonna do the same thing with this. I'm gonna coat this rack with you know you want it the same time I'm doing this one. So again, about every 15-20 minutes, and we got about another hour to cook, I believe. So we will be back when this is done, and we'll be doing a taste test. Hey everybody, I told you I'd meet you inside, but I just want to show you something real quick. How do you tell when the ribs are done? Let me show you. As you can see, my temp's coming down because I only put about a half a bag of that Kingsford Blue in there. So how do you tell? Well, take your tongs, put them about halfway so that you know the tip is halfway in the middle there. Slide it under, again halfway, pick the ribs up. When they're bending over like that, they're done. These could actually go another maybe half hour or so, but those are looking really nice. I'm gonna go ahead and pull these off, and just so I can remember which one is which, this one has the Timbuk's barbecue sauce on it. Put a toothpick in it so that I know when I bring it inside which one's which. We'll meet you inside, folks. Are you ready to check those ribs out? I know I am. They smell fantastic. Let's check them out. And as my buddy John over at Big Meat Sunday says, stick around. All right, everybody. This is the one with the toothpick. So this is the rib rack that had $10 hot barbecue sauce on it. Let's check that out. And by the way, I used about half of this jar on these ribs. Again, it's pretty thin, so you have to baste it quite often. Let's check it out. Let's see what we got. Kind of turn them up a little bit so you can see the ribs. See the ribs back here on the back side? That's where you want to start cutting over here. Let's just slice this baby up. Let's get us some ribs going. Come on. There we go. Nice. All right, everybody, let's check this out. Beautiful rib. Just gorgeous rib. Perfect bite. Oh, man. I'm getting some savory tones. It's got some nice, it's slight heat with some sweet, so it's a really well balanced rub. I mean, really well balanced barbecue sauce. That's really good, man. I enjoy that. Matt, your folks, they've got a terrific recipe here. Tim-Bucks.com. Y'all go check them out, folks. I'm definitely going to be using some of this barbecue sauce. It's some good stuff. Man, that's good.
Hurry up, I want to try it.
Well, come on, try it, honey. Folks, I'll tell you what, Karen just tried out that barbecue sauce from $10. What do you think about it, Karen?
I thought it was delightful. I surely did. I wasn't sure I was going to like it being the thin sauce. You know, 'cause down here in Texas, we make them thick. But that was really good.
It was really
good. And I don't say that very often about, you know, sauces from up north and from here, but that was really good.
That was a really good sauce. That's a great recipe, folks.
I'll eat that again for sure.
Yeah, thanks, Karen. Seriously, guys, that was really, really good. Hope y'all go check them out. Y'all check out the links down below in the description box. Again, click the little show more button below the video and open up the description box. I gotta thank DW for the rub that I used on one rack of ribs. I gotta thank Manuel for his barbecue sauce that I used on that same rack. I gotta thank my buddy Matthew. Thank you so much for sending me a bottle of your parents' barbecue sauce from North Carolina. It was terrific. Karen and I love it.
What's the name of it?
$10. Right here. $10, folks. Y'all check it out. tim-bucks.com. And they have a spicy and have a regular. Good stuff. And also, my buddy in California, Big Meat Sunday. Love you, John. Y'all go check out John's channel. And DW, y'all check out his channel. Everything will be down below in the description box. I know I'm throwing a lot out there. Everything will be down below in the description box. Y'all check that out. If y'all like this, give me a thumbs up. Hope you share the video. And when you do, please tell all of your friends that T-Roy cooks responsibly. Cheers.